Good everyone, welcome to this video. Today we have a sub request by Iqmal Iqram for the Ki-43-III Otsu. Now then, Joe is going to be a bit serious here because I need to get this off my chest. So, when Iqmal requested this plane, he made it before I took my break, and I did everything. Like, I did pretty much every sub request I could, and then I was burnt out and obviously took my break, which was about 8 months-ish. So, that obviously meant that some requests which potentially were on the table were shelved for a little bit. And this is where I have a bone to pick with Iqmal. Because he accused me of two different things. He accused me of ignoring his request, which isn't true. And he also accused me of missing it by 2 years. Now then, this is why I have a bone to pick. Because number one, I never ignored your request. You knew exactly why I took my break. You knew exactly how many sub requests I had at the time. But did you care? No, you didn't. You did not give any respect towards me. You was just being selfish. You only cared about yourself at that time. And as far as I'm concerned, that attitude is unacceptable. Additionally, during that time, you even said yourself in a comment that you was more than happy to put more pressure on me, but you didn't think that sometimes people would need a break from doing 15 sub requests. But again, did you care? Didn't seem so. And now, whilst you are getting your sub requests out of me, the fact that you lied and tried to paint me in a false light has really touched a nerve. So, this is obviously meant to really help you and assume... Well, obviously, I'm not going to assume that you didn't know you was doing this, but given the way you acted in your previous comment, which is also in my dumb comments folder, where you will be able to see it in the future, it definitely proved to me that your respect for me was not very high, and it was quite... I obviously didn't know how I was going to do this, but this is probably the best way because it educates everyone then, so that this doesn't happen again. The last time I had to do something like this was with Munchkin a few years ago when he begged me to move all my sub requests around just to get his done first, which that's not how I roll, and that's how I will never roll. But the fact that you tried to do this in the way that you did touch a nerve. So as long as it doesn't happen again, we're not going to have any problems. So let's quickly talk about the plane. So over the regular Ki-43, it does add a bit more power, and it does add the 20mm, and, well, that's pretty much all that changes. It does improve the top speed by a bit, it does improve the dive rate by a bit, but overall it doesn't really change much from a 2.7, I believe these are now, Ki-43. Now, I don't mind this Ki-43, but I'd rather take a 0, because the rudder in this thing is extremely awkward. And obviously I need to do the... Well, you probably would have seen that by that point, a re-review of the US Ki-43. I haven't done it yet, this is being done first, and I'm going to do that, so you're probably going to see that first, but, you know. It's just one of those things that I personally would take a 0 or a Ki-61 over this, because the rudder is just far too awkward, and when you've only got 300 rounds, you have to make your shots count. And if you're missing them, it's not good for business. But let's see what kind of matches we can get in this plane, because it's a good plane, but is it really worth the, shall we say, the BR increase? Personally, I don't know. I mean, I like it, but it's one of those planes that I think I can safely say I would rather fly something else. I'm not saying the plane is bad, before anyone thinks like that, but, you know, it's just one of those things. So, I'm going to quickly cut to the next part of the match, and I'll see you all in just a moment. Well, welcome to the match. Unfortunately, I had to cut ahead then quite quickly because my phone went off and I quickly had to answer it. So that's why you got an abrupt cut there, which normally doesn't happen unless it's like a really big map. That bomber just got dealt with it there anyway. Yeah, I had to quickly rush and answer my phone because I just saw it in the corner of my eye because I had my phone on silent. And I was like, shit, my phone's going off and I'm doing commentary. And then I thought, you know what? I'll quickly just do a cut and then that way the problem is solved. What the hell was that? Oh, it's you. So we've got a few high threats here. We've had time to climb a little bit, but as you can tell, the Yak-3 on our team is not paying too much attention. He's now getting attacked by an XP-50. So yeah, like I said, I don't think this is a bad plane, but I personally wouldn't fly it over a 0 because the rudder is... like, it's fine now because we're at medium speed. But yeah, no. Well, it looks like we've got another teammate named Joseph Plays, so at least we've got 2 Joes in this match, so that's good. Surprisingly, you don't see a lot of people named that these days. Okay, so, Mindless Electron. He's probably going to go for the LA5, if I had to guess. Critical hit. Now you can see about the rudder, because that was a little bit awkward. Now if he uses his speed here, he can easily extend. And there we go, there's a spark. Right, I'm not going to follow him all the way down because he's just shaking and shaking. And with these cannons you have to be very careful because you do not have a lot of ammunition. So I'm going to let him get away and I'm going to try and spike the XP-50. Okay, he might want to head on. Yes, he does. He's going to go for the turn, or he's going to keep going straight. A bit of both. We can keep up with him in the dive, but we have to be careful. He did get a hit, but it didn't really do a lot. Got to be very careful, like I said, with the ammunition. Got a crit, that's not going to slow him down enough, and we're already down to 80 rounds. But of course, in typical fashion, they're running for their runway, because that's the only thing they seem to fucking do these days. I won't be able to catch the XP in time, but I think my teammate in the A7 will. I've got to watch my temperatures as well. There we go, the XP's gone. And he's going to throw it in the ground, maybe? No. A7, you need to be careful there, buddy. There you go. That's the assist. Nice work there, buddy. Like I said, these cannons just don't work for me very well, even on my ping. Like, I've got 40 ping at the minute, but these cannons just don't do work for me. I mean, even on, like, I'm using uni, but any belt I've tried on this thing just doesn't do it for me, you know? It's just one of those things. But, you know, we've got 80 rounds left. Let's see what we can do. I mean, he's probably going to want to head on, so we'll have to dodge him. Yep, he does. It's a G6. We have to watch the temperatures now, though. Only got 80 shots, so we're going to make this count. A little bit off of my shooting there. Got something else coming in. I've just seen get marked on the radar. God, these... see what I mean? Because people are evading as well, and I'm having to dodge a 190, it's very difficult to get these guns on target because of the awkward rudder. And when they do shit like this, yeah, there's not a lot I can do right now. Got other fighters coming in now, so we have to brake. And a 47. Like I said, why fly this over a 0? With a 0 you get longer lasting ammunition, you get more of a better handling model, and It's not as awkward when you go for shots. Right. So we've still got a couple left. The 190 is just going to run. I've only got 40 rounds left. This just isn't working, I'm afraid. And while I can't catch the 190, I can't catch the P-47. If I was in a Zero, I'd be going for the armoured cars right now, but because I'm in this thing, I can't because I'll run out of ammunition. And, well, leave myself extremely vulnerable. He's going for the A7, I'm going to turn and help him. Is he going to play it smart, or is he actually going to try and... Yeah, that's not happening, buddy. Come on, turn with me, that's all I need you to do. Yep. Like I said, getting the lead down with nose-mounted HOD 5s just isn't there at the minute. What doesn't help is the fact that I have hardly any ammunition to begin with. It's just one of those things. So let's see what we can do here. The 190 is probably going to force the head on, which is probably his best move here. Okay, he's going for me. There's an A7 on my arse, you muppet. Why ignore the A7? I've got 10 rounds to kill a squirrel in frickin' A5. There we go. Pilot sniped from my remaining ammunition. But obviously we're out of ammunition now. Probably going to try and ram this bastard. I had to dodge him then. I had to be a bit creative. Either way, I want him to bleed his speed so my teammates don't have to chase him for centuries. And I think the A7 just got the kill shot, so that's good. Come on, teammate. There you go. Go get him. Come on, guys.
Returning to the base.
The AA is even opening up, and it's nearly hit me as well. So there we go. Not a bad little teamwork there. A7 even got an ace, so there you go. That just gives you an idea. Like I said though, when you get put in a match with those things, this thing becomes quite useless, I'm not gonna lie. Well, since the last guy's probably camping his runway, I'll see you back in the hangar. Welcome back to the hangar. As you saw in that match, I was rather disappointed with this plane, and obviously with the fidget spinners that people love to try and pull just to dodge shots these days. It's very difficult to get this plane to do some work, and given the insane fire rate of the HOD 5 as well, it's not exactly ideal in this day and age. And given we got paired up with A7Ms, yeah, give this plane a skip in my personal opinion. Although, I would personally suggest using this thing in ground force because I had much better success there. It does really well as an anti-cast and can even bring some nice big bombs. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed today's video on the Ki-43-III Otsu as requested by Iqmal, and I hope he's learned his lesson, and let's hope this doesn't happen again, yeah? But anyway, I'll see you all on the next one.